Today I wanted to jump on and talk about something that's been presenting itself to me all week, and that is imposter syndrome. So someone mentioned this to me a little while ago and said, have you researched into imposter syndrome? I was like, no. Started looking into it recently. I watched a really amazing talk from Marissa Peer the other day, and what was I watching more recently? A lady called Angel Richardson. She actually teaches life coaches. She is amazing, and she had a success call with people that listen, coaches. We can call in and talk to her and kind of question and answers. And it was around imposter syndrome. And it's absolutely, astounding how many life coaches, therapists, personal trainers, teachers, anybody in any profession can have imposter syndrome, and it's the feeling that we are not good enough, or that we are underqualified, or that we are false, or we are a fraud. I mean, where does that come from? For me, I think it's a lot to do with, my negative self-talk and believing that I'm not good enough. I'm working on that to build my self-esteem and to kind of grow my experience, I guess, because one thing I'm very mindful of is that I'm achieving so much, both in my personal growth, my professional development. I'm launching businesses, and I'm just starting my yoga teacher training. I'm always doing something, but it never feels good enough. Never feels good enough. I never feel qualified enough. I never feel like, I always feel there's someone better. And who am I? Who am I to advise people? Who am I to teach someone yoga? Who am I to sit here talking to you guys? But actually, Marissa Peer, just still finishing her abundance challenge today, she said, who are you not? Who are you not? On baseline, we're all exactly the same. You're not any different to me. The big CEOs of Amazon, wherever, Microsoft, Apple, are not any different to me. We all have, pretty much the same makeup. It's just how we think, but we are all the same. I think I went through this thing of, I'm not good enough, people are better than me, I'm different, I'm spiritual. Absolutely, and that, I am all of those, well, I'm not all of those things, but I am spiritual. But what I am is I'm uniquely me. What I can bring to the table is something nobody else can, and that's Arjuna, and that's my life experience, that's my view on things. That's how I interpret my condition, how I interpret the skills and lessons that were delivered to me from the universe. I had a really beautiful voice note this morning from a friend in America that I've met very recently, and it was so beautiful. Telling me how beautiful I am, how amazing my light is. It's just people are drawn to me. It's magnetizing, and I'm like, yeah, I don't feel that. I didn't feel it, but now I do feel it, because I'm sitting with it. I journaled, I meditated, I pondered, I sat, and I was like, actually, I am pretty good. When you sit with it and you go down to the root of these things, it's like, who is telling me I'm not good enough? Anyone that was telling me I'm not good enough is no longer in my life. Anyone that does tell me I'm not good enough will not be in my life for much longer. So the only person that keeps repeating this cycle of telling me I'm not good enough is me. So where does that come from? I'm sitting with past narratives, out-of-date belief systems where I can hear the voices of people in the past. We've all had that teacher, you won't amount to anything, you'll end up in prison. Other people, like when I was taking drugs, you're just a druggie, you're just an alkie, you're fucked up, all this stuff. Those voices, yes, I hear them. They're getting quieter and quieter because I do deserve this success. And maybe I am sitting here trying to convince myself, maybe I can watch this back as well when I'm feeling a bit shit and down and be like, actually I can do this. But we are all put onto this earth to fulfill a purpose. We all are given a message to deliver, and to help people. We're all here collectively to make the world a better place. Yeah, there is some people, there is trauma, there is things in our lives that knock us, that pull us down, that keep us, trapped. But I'm letting go of that. I'm shaking off those shackles. I'm letting go of that. And it's, some days slowly, some days quicker, but I'm undoing it. So I just wanted to share that. Please have a research. Let me know if you feel you have imposter syndrome. It's a very new buzz term I'm hearing. But research into it because it's really quite comforting. I don't think it's not recognised medically yet, but there's a lot of research going into it. But I'm like, tick boxes. Okay, I can do this. Build my self-esteem, build my confidence. I've got this. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.